Everyone, thanks for watching this video. In this video, I'm going to be showing you how Wholesale Hacker will let you send assignment contracts through the email for eSignature to your buyers, as well as help you schedule closings automatically. So in the previous video, I showed you exactly how to market your deal to buyers. Now, let's say that a buyer contacts you back and they say they're interested in the property and you get a deal with them. Well, when your offer was created, first off, it created a deal share, which you shared with your buyer, but it also created in this app, in this deals app, it created a new deal for you. So this is exactly where you're going to go to send assignment contracts and to schedule closings. So now that you have a buyer, all this stuff was automatically pooled. You're going to wholesale it. Obviously, the entity that you want used is Queen City Home Buying LLC. You have it under contract for $100,000. This is just to remind yourself what you have it under contract for. And you want $10,000. Now you get to decide if you have a non-refundable deposit or not. I personally do not do those. I feel that if buyers screw you out of a deal, well, then you just don't do a deal with them again. I don't do those non-refundables. And then also the important dates, right? So the original contracted date is, this is the day that you actually got it under contract. This is the due diligence date on the contract. And this is the closing date on the contract. That all automatically gets filled in for you. Now, you need to enter a little bit of information about your buyer. So yes, you found a buyer. Who's your buyer? So this comes from your contacts app. So if you do find a buyer, make sure that you have them uploaded as a contact in that app. So I'll click buyer. And now you get to choose how do you want to send them an assignment contract. So you've got two options. You can send it with a hidden wholesale fee, meaning you want $10,000. The contract price is $100,000. It'll show here as $110,000 purchase price, and then you just get the 10 after everything closes. Or you can send it with the fee shown, and that's typically what I use for subject twos and for owner finance. So what that would say, it would be an assignment contract for $10,000 for the whatever deal you're selling them. So for this video, I'll go ahead and show you this one. So first, I'm going to show it, hidden. Go ahead and generate that PDF assignment contract, just like you did on the purchase and sale agreement with the seller. Should say added, generated it, and now go ahead and send that assignment contract. So now a task is assigned to your deals manager to go ahead and follow up with this buyer, maybe tomorrow or the next day, to see where they are on signing it. But what that did, just like the purchase and sale agreement in the offers app, is it sent out the emails via right signature. So first to your buyer, so you can see that your buyer's email is this. Make sure you have that uploaded in the contacts app. So here you go. But it will also send it to the seller, who is you in this case, right? So I got all of them, all three contracts, or all three to sign. I have the buy side, the sell side, and what I call the admin side, which is the owner of the company who owns the right signature login info, will also have to sign off on it. So you see here, here's one, the first one to review and sign. This one, you see $110,000 is the purchase price, assignment fee, assigns to buyer is his name, but obviously you'll have a different name. Queen City Home Buying assigns to the buyer, contract regarding that property address between Queen City Home Buying and the original seller, Mike website. Total purchase price is $110,000. Assignment fee paid to Queen City Home Buying on closing. Closing date before then. And held by attorney. That's the attorney that you had chosen. Obviously, you'd have a name there too. And then as the assignee, so this is the buyer signature. So, all right, buyer. I'll date it. Submit it. I'll actually go ahead and do that for all three, just so you can see what automation's built in. Should be, this one's the admin. Signed. And then this last one must be the assigner. All right. So now what's going to happen is down here in this assignment contract status, since it's been signed, it's going to upload it to signed electronically. And it's actually going to go ahead and go into that original offers app and pull over that original purchase and sale agreement that you had. So if you look down here at the bottom, you've got the assignment contract. This is the original assignment contract that you created. This is the completed one. See, it's got 2 signatures and a date. And then this here is the original purchase and sale agreement between you and the buyer. I'm sorry, you and the seller. And now that you have those, you can start scheduling your closing. So you know the actual fee you got was 10 grand. You'll pick the closing date of the 31st. You'll choose the location. And so now you can also just email the documents to the attorney. So now that you have the documents uploaded in here, simply come here, click yes. Sent all the documents to the attorney, which is this email. You can see here from me. Hey, I need to schedule a closing for the sale of property at this property address. Here's the information. So you can see I have all those contracts you need. And then simply go ahead and schedule your closing appointment. Click schedule. And what that did, guys, was in your closings app, which is right next to it, just like in your appointments app with a lead, it created a new closing. It assigned the task for your closing coordinator to go to the closing. Where is it at? It's right here with your attorney, and it's about this deal. Then what will happen is he'll go to the closing. He or she will go to the closing, come back into your deals app, go into that specific deal, and he'll simply update this closing status to closed. And now, forever, if you want to look at your leads apps, all of your leads you got, you'll see this one has been sold and it's done. So that is how I schedule, and that is how I close my deals automatically using my system. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. Happy to answer.